We're here today on the launch of this new BSA Scrambler 650 and the Bantam 350, which is in a separate video. This video is all about this Scrambler. Starting at the front and going back, we have conventional forks which look lovely. You've got these sort of knobbly tyres which are great on or off road, disc brakes, nice spoked wheels, very good looking bike. You've got this sort of double mud guard, you've got a bit here and a sort of a tyre hugging mud guard there. I would have preferred a complete mud guard, maybe even a classic looking mud guard. Coming here to the tank, got a pretty tank, nice flat bench seat which looks ever so nice, and you've got a little Union Jack logo there. And coming to the back, you've got a very small mudguard with an extender, so I would have again liked to see that have been a larger mudguard, but that's just nitpicking.
Now of course this Scrambler is based on the BSA Gold Star, and it's got the same 650cc single cylinder engine which more or less looks the same, but they've added the odd little bit of styling extras on here to make it look a little bit different to the one that's in the Gold Star. You've got a completely new exhaust system which sounds different, it gives you a different vibe, and it gives you more of a Scrambler feel to this exhaust. It's a little bit more modern, so it's very similar styling to the Bantam exhaust. They're both quite similar exhausts. This side panel here, I think they've done this really nicely with the number incorporation, the sort of Scrambler racing number, but the way that they've put this number plate on here so it's centered with the side panel rather than sticking out to the back, I think that's a really nice touch.
So we're on the BSA Scrambler 650 and we've ridden about for an hour or so in London now, and it's fantastic. It's a lovely motorcycle, brilliant in the traffic, really good at lane filtering. It's got plenty of oomph, lots of low down grunt, sounds amazing. It's got nice wide handlebars, very responsive steering, a very responsive engine that sounds cool. And listen to this.
Now the BSA Scrambler produces 45 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 55 Newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. So you've got plenty of low down grunt. It's a really nice torquey engine this, and for a liquid cooled single it's got a lot of character, and I really do like this engine for that. It's such a characterful engine and you really do get lots of different characteristics throughout the RPM range. So for a modern bike in an era where character's becoming harder and harder to find, this bike is a good bike to choose if that's what you're after.
So there's a whole load of us on BSAs, both new models, the 650 Scrambler and the 350 Bantam, and they're both brilliant. Everyone's been raving about them and photographing them. People at the side of the roads waving. It's a spectacle. They are cool bikes, and the Scrambler is a very, very good city commuter, but also a bike you could go into the country at the weekend and ride down a farm track or across a field if the fancy took you that way. Sitting on the bike, I'm 6'2". You can get an impression of what it's like. It's a nice riding position. You've got lovely wide bars. They could be a bit higher for someone tall, but that's not really an issue. The leg position is nice, the feet aren't too far back, so that's very comfortable. It's a nice seat, and as I said, you can move backwards and forwards to find the perfect riding position for you. You have the same speedometer instrument panel on this as you do on the Bantam 350, but the only thing about it on this one, it would be much nicer if it was centered rather than offset. I think the thinking behind that is you can have your phone one side and the speedometer the other side, but you could still do that with it in the center. Normally we would choose a prettier spot for our reviews, but today we're on the launch and we've literally ridden from the centre of London to this sort of biker place here, and we're riding back in a minute back to the centre of London at the bike shed. So we will be having these bikes again, both this one and the Bantam, to review properly in our own area. So we're going to go over it again and I'll show you the bike in some beautiful locations and do some more ride-by shots so you can get a feel of what it looks like and what it sounds like. The brakes on the Scrambler are very good, and the handling is very nice. Sitting here in the traffic, I can feel the heat from the engine, and that's kind of normal these days on water-cooled engines. Do seem to be, let's say shut up, water-cooled engines do seem to run quite hot to the field. This speedometer, as we have said, would be much nicer in the centre, and again the mudguards could be a little larger, but other than that I'd say this bike is spot on. It really is nice. I do find the seat slightly pushes me forward towards the tank, and I think I'd like a bit more padding in the front actually. The tank's a nice shape, you can squeeze it with your knees, and if you want to stand up going over some bumps you can do that as well. Handlebars nice and wide, could be a little bit higher I suppose, but it feels okay. The mirrors pretty good, I could see half the road either side in my mirrors, maybe a bit more, so that's not bad. You've got a little USB socket here charging Darcy's phone, mine's at home. Now the BSA Scrambler 650, we've ridden all the way from the south of London all the way to here in the centre of London at the Bike Shed Cafe, and I've ridden it at high speeds and at city speeds, and it does everything really, really well. It's great in the city traffic, you can lane filter very easily, it's got plenty of low down grunt, and if you need to accelerate, it's there when you need it. It's really good. It handles very nicely, you've got nice wide handlebars, and it does everything really well. Now if you wanted to go off-road and ride across a field, you could, or if you just want to commute to your office in London or wherever, it would be the perfect bike. It's a bike that will do everything. On and off the throttle, it's very responsive and very crisp. You've got lots of low down grunt, and that's lovely for burbling around and just opening the throttle. You don't have to thrash it all the time, but if you do rev it, it does go. At higher RPMs, there's a little bit of vibration, but nothing to worry about. That's quite normal for a single cylinder engine like this. The handling is ever so good, and there's not really any faults. So if you're after a Scrambler type of motorcycle, then it's certainly a very good option. Sorry. Now this bridge, who decided to paint it blue? Blue! Why is it blue? It's disgusting. Wouldn't it look nice in a dark red or something? Black, gold, blue.
If you fancy one of these BSA Scramblers, you might fancy it even more when I tell you the price, because it's £5,999 plus on-the-road charges.